I'm with Bob Gross, one of the major members of the Coshocton crew. How long have you been part of this and this Bigfoot world, and in particular, Jay and the Coshocton crew?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half?
Yes.
What got you started in it?
Went out with Jay a time or two. He took me out to a couple places, and about the second time we got a lot of action. I actually got to see some. We didn't have much equipment then. We just had them night vision binoculars. That was enough. I could see what was going on. So that's kind of what led to where we're at today.
And that, before you went out there, were you a believer, or were you kind of just going out, hanging out with your friend? Because
a little of both. I was going out there to see things that Jay has told me and stuff. And I ran into a few things that just didn't seem right, beforehand. So I just kind of wanted to see what was going on,
And after a couple trips out in the woods, you were hooked, huh?
It only took about 2.
Yeah. What would you like to see happen with the whole Coshocton crew as you go forward, and say next year and such?
Maybe get just a pinch more equipment. We're set up pretty good right now.
You guys are set up pretty fantastically.
And, I like pictures, lots of pictures. And for the non-believers that like to give you grief, really? Oh, here, look.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a challenge there too, right?
Basically, yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite piece of equipment that you guys have?
I'm not real sure. A couple of them I like that 10-mile scoop I got, and especially in the daytime, and you can see a long ways with that stuff. They're really plain. And then that kind of, with that, it changes the contrast, doesn't it? So it kind of is a lot different than looking through like a. You can also hook your phone up, to it to take pictures from a long distance and stuff.
That's pretty sweet.
Kind of a handy little tool.
Yeah. That's one that you've had for a bit?
Most of the stuff I've been buying for about a year. Some here, some there, depending on the price of it. The Fleur was one of the last ones we got there. And just, I kind of think like an investigator. If I was going to hunt you down, if he was a criminal, what kind of tools would I use to do this with? And unless it's a big purchase, and I'll ask Jay, hey, you think we ought to buy this or not?
Yeah.
It's kind of how we go about it.
That's pretty awesome, actually, and it's pretty fun to
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Squatching's kind of replaced big game hunting, and it's got a lot of the same principles, even with the equipment. I remember, I'd really like to get a Weatherby rifle, and but it's off the.
I buy this stuff, and they kind of learn to use it. I just purchased it, And the only one we ain't used much of right now is my drone. I got a drone with camera and everything.
Oh yeah,
well, we haven't used it much yet.
What kind of drone you got?
It's just a regular 4-motor wireless.
Yeah,
brush.
Nice. Have you messed around with that yet?
No, I let Jay do all that stuff.
I understand.
And here you go, Jay.
I have one that I picked up, and I spent a bit of money on it, and it's been an adventure, and you make a lot of mistakes with it. And
most of the equipment I buy is outdated military equipment.
Okay.
And if it was good enough for them, we'd definitely do with what we're using it for.
Yeah.
And it seems to work out pretty good that way.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of a military feel to what you guys do too, and how you set about your business, and that fits right in there. The other night when we were out at the wildlife refuge, you stayed behind with Tommy Cooper on that deck. And then what piece of equipment were you using while we were off going up there? Did you have a piece of equipment you were shooting with? Oh, it was he was using that Bushnell, wasn't he?
They had the other guy was out there with me and Tommy.
Nick was out there.
Nick
yeah.
Was using it.
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
I was just using my eyes and watching around.
Excellent. And how have you enjoyed this stay here in Cryptovania?
You guys have done us great. It's kind of feel like home here. It's
awesome.
It's been a real nice experience.
That's what we're shooting for. That and it's been a very cool brotherhood from very early days of both Coshocton and Cryptovania. Yeah. We've had a lot of interaction back and forth, and it's been a good time as both of our groups kind of expand and get busy and get some results.
I really appreciate the hospitality, put us up in a decent place and everything. It was pretty nice.
Awesome. And you even you guys even seen some activity from the hotel, didn't you?
We have.
Yeah. That's kind of been a common thread with a couple of our guests. It seems like maybe Squatch likes to welcome people to Cryptovania.
Something, yeah, it's a possibility.
Excellent. And if you find that definitive proof, it really doesn't end the game, does it?
Not really, no. You want to. It's kind of like a sickness. You want to see more. You want to do more. So
excellent. Well, thank you very much, Bob, and thanks for coming out, and thanks for all the work you do out in Coshocton. And it does feel like a brotherhood, and
sort of,
that's really cool. All right, thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.